It's about close to 4:30 in the morning here, Eastern Standard Time. And I'm just staring at the sky, just meditating. And I've been noticing Spica right there, flashing. At first I thought it was a cloud. It was red flashing, then you had some activity around over here. Saying, okay, what am I gonna talk about tonight? Where do you want me to go? So Spica is lighting up. Everybody else is not lighting up. It's only Spica and Virgo. So we're gonna go there. Okay, this is the current location as of today of Comet 3I Atlas 2025. As we zoom in, it has that reddish color. Okay, what else? Okay, now let's take this where I need to see if this thing's cooperating today. Right there. Let's take it to the Virgo. Okay, we're in Virgo. The date here is October 3rd. October 3rd. We got Mercury. Okay, here's Spica. The one's been flashing. Right here. Let's see if it's flashing here. Oh, this is October. It's not live. Sorry. My mistake. Well, we got here. We got Mars. And the comet. Right here. Just take a look. There it is right there. 3I Atlas 2025. So we have those two. Back off. Closest point. I don't know the distance separating the two. Take a look over here. Okay, we got Mercury the messenger. And we have the sun in the elbow of Virgo. I saw, well, that this comet here might be red. It's a possibility that this comet might be red. This is October 3rd, and there's something to this on this date. That's if it survives the asteroid belt, and it probably will. So we're going to explore the red planet, the planet of war, and Virgo, and the comet. I know you can't see it, and I can't put this data down, but it's saying when it gets here, it'll be a 15.05 magnitude at this point. This data is constantly changing because of when they get new information, they put it in the database and they update the information. So let me go on and ask Groot. I know that's not the name. I'm going to ask some questions. That's the AI from X. Be back. Oh, before I leave, let's take a scan of the other. Okay, we got Venus in the foot of the lion, and Jupiter and Gemini, and we got the moon in Aquarius heading towards the waterfall. So let's take, I'm gonna pick Groot's mind. Okay, just a little.
Musk and 3 of xAI's engineers, Grok 3 is an order of magnitude better than Grok 2, which basically means it's about 10 times more powerful. xAI says they trained it in a massive data center in Memphis, Tennessee, featuring around 200,000 graphics processing units. Imagine a huge facility with rows and rows of GPUs churning through data 24/7. Some folks...
Okay, we're going to see how smart this thing is. Okay, here we are. And I've been on it for a while. For a while. Okay, I asked it, what does it mean in ancient history of Mars on the foot of Virgo? The first question. Remember, I had a conversation with Grout. I call him Groot for fun. And one of the Comet. It's in one of my videos in the past. I forgot which one it was. But let's see. Going through this, a lot of reading. You ask a simple question, it just goes on and on and on. And Mars on the foot of Virgo. And if I can't say the word, because I'll just do this. Okay. Let's see I already saw where it led me. And it's kind of disturbing. I'll be honest. But I knew this. I knew this already. We all, something. Here we go again. The old man's gonna go rambling again. We're feeling basically, a lot of us, some of us, are feeling the same thing. You're gonna say to yourself, "Man, I was thinking about that. Damn, this guy must be reading my mind." We're like connecting for those of the light. It's simple as that. To put it that. Okay, so we're looking at mythology, ancient history, interpretation, mythology, etc. I can't read this all, so I'm gonna just go slowly, and you could pause it and read some of the materials here. Mars is basically referred to the god of war throughout history. The Egyptians, Babylonians, Greeks, on and on. Spica. The one that was flashing. I was looking at, what do you want me to do now? And that Spica was just flashing. Video basically was motivated by Spica flashing. I'm going to freeze it right here when I get to the good part. The part that stuck out to me. I could read this. I could do hours and hours, but I don't want to lose the people. And we got Mercury in the picture, the messenger. Okay, so I'm going to go slow so you could pause it, because you're going to see some stuff for those in tune. Then I asked it, add Comet 3i Atlas to that. Any meaning? Is there any meaning having that comet right next to Mars and Spica? Mars by the foot, by Virgo, and the comet 3i Atlas. And it describes it was discovered, la. It's no direct reference to ancient history. However, something's going to stick out for you guys. It's going to get very, very interesting. Very, very, what's the palabra? What's the word? It's going to blow your mind. Simple as that. This is going to blow your mind. For those into ancient history, astronomy, astronomers, clues. The reddish planet, again, it refers to the ancients. Got it. Now here's gonna, with the comet, add it to the mix. Okay, it will be the closest to Mars October 2nd. October 2nd at 28.87 million miles, which is approximately 17 million miles from the foot of Virgo. Ancient. Hang in there. It's gonna get real. I'm just pausing so you could see, and I don't want to just get to the meat, the potato, but it's important that you see this. Okay, integrating the comet with Mars and Virgo. I read all this, that's why I'm kind of... The comet's closest approach to Mars on October 2nd at an apparent magnitude of 11. The other one said 15, stellarium. So this one's saying 11. Remember, the data's changing every day, basically by the hour when the guys are at work. And the big boys are at work. Most of them work at night. Majority work at night. You know, covering those observatories. Agriculture, it might be a major, right here. Now again, now it's going to get it. As a major omen theme, service, agriculture, service, and justice. The comet is an interstellar foreign nature, symbolized. See, he was wrong. It didn't come from the Oort cloud. Oh, unlike typical comets from the Oort cloud. And we got Mars, war and conflict. Mars as a strong omen of conflict, upheaval, change. Talks about Babylon. Then it talks about this right here, Niger. That's the ancient god of the letter H. Malo. And then it says here Roman times. Okay, I'm gonna, because it just went on forever. I'm trying to find a meat. Okay, look, it's like an omen. Agriculture, war. And then I asked it, well, okay, that's why I got the miles. 17.4, the miles. And talks about the Babylonian interpretation. It's so much here, folks. Reading this stuff. I mean, I didn't read it. I basically proofread it. Then it talks about the comet and Babylonian framework. Comets were considered rare and powerful omens. The color, reddish coma. I knew it was a red. I knew it. So the comet is red because I specifically got more information down below. So we got a red comet. Okay, so we got Virgo on October 2nd. 17 million miles from the foot of wait a minute. Was that okay? Now I don't want to lose right here. Okay, the comet discovered with the reddish coma and a short tail of this passing closest to Mars. It's the comet. It's the comet. 17.4 million miles. And reaching perihelion basically on Halloween. So keep that in your mind. Red comet, Mars. So it's an omen. So we're saying both of them, right here, both of them, on that date, will be passing 17.4 million miles. Wait, Comet and Mars on October 2nd, Atlas passes 17.4 million miles from Mars. And it's saying at apparent magnitude 11. Astronomical omen. And it keeps indicating this right here. Influence. Omen from predict. This ancient comet could be seen as a messenger conclusion. Then I asked Babylonian, give me more insight about the Babylonian history. Again, it keeps mentioning this name. the underworld. Then two red objects. I asked you two red objects. Both reddish in appearance. So we got two red objects, a red comet and Mars. Powerful omen. Then I'm going to ask it, is the comet 3I Atlas red? Yes. Yes. It has a reddish coma. Yeah, I saw that the other day. And iron-rich surface. Now, I'm thinking right now, as soon as it said red, I'm thinking red Kachina. But I'm going to have to confirm because the image we're getting is so far away still at a 17.5 approximately, which is difficult to get a close-up. So apparently Grout 3 has that information somewhere out there. Is saying it's a red comet. All these civilizations observe their appearance of colors. Historical records of red comets. It's important that I put, document all this. It keeps saying intensifies this right here. You know what? Let's look at Google. See. No. Let's copy this. Let's see what god that is. See what we get.
To an epoch when the unification of the deities of Babylonia had already taken place.
Now, I listened to a little of this.
The library of Nineveh Nergal, the Destroyer.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I was looking at some. I put on pause. I was looking at some. So, Malo. We got a Malo. I'll put a link. One of the. Oh boy. I don't want to look at the pictures. So he's the ruler of the underworld. Oh boy. Chinese astronomer, fiery reddish, appearing omen of war. Halley's Comet, 12 BC. It was recorded by the Chinese, and that's when a dynasty fell. The Greeks, the Romans, they all have Caesar, the assassination, this, that. Then I asked it, red comets and the content of Mars and I asked it, how many red comets has there been? So we're looking at a great comet alignment, and I'm just going to go faster because I want to get to the. I mean, this is the book. I just wrote a book. I wrote a book. I mean, and it's disturbing. Very disturbing. But I have to document this, so that's why this video is going to be long. But it has to be. I mean, it's a lot to read, folks. So we got the appearance of this year, red comet, and this year, 147 BC. Relevance to and Mars. A dire warning. Double influence. Conclusion. Then I said list of red comets and year. I want to know how many red comets has been. Then it goes right there. List in history, ancient history. List of red comets in ancient history. (372 BC), 66 CE in Virgo, Libra. Okay, Great Comet of 1811. We know what happened in 1812, the New Madrid. Napoleon's invasion of Russia in 1812. Same year as the 1843. Only Halley, 12 BC, was in 60 is in the Virgo constellation. In the Babylonian context, so conclusion, this right here, 5 red comet, so 5, so it's rare to have a red comet. Then I said, in total, how many red comets? 5? Question mark. The inquiry asks for a total of red comets, indicates in ancient historical records, referring to blah blah blah. This one. Okay, but 2 falls outside of ancient period. Okay, so these 2 are this year 1811 and 1843. So that leaves these 3 in ancient time. Because I asked for ancient time. So it does verify the total number of red comets in ancient history is 3. So these 3 were the ancient times. And you see we had conflicts. A lot of things happen. And it goes on and on and on. Okay, what major event happened with all 3? I asked. And I'll just leave it right there so you could pause on it. Pause if you pause on it. So we have a lot of action. So every time a red comet, then I'm thinking of the Kachina, the red Kachina. If you find this content interesting, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want. I mean, this thing it just blew my mind with that flashing spike of flashing, the way it was flashing. Like, this is the message you guys gotta expand on all this, use this stuff. Just give me credit, give me a push over that finishing line of 1,000. But if this is all true, it doesn't really matter. You think about it. I mean, this is just the omens from. So 5 times a red comet appeared. Now I want to get and the HOPI prophecy, and it talks about the HOPI prophecy, the red Kachina. You could put on pause. It's the purifier, red purifier. It says, get back to your ways, get back to the original. All this could be stopped. I've been harping on that for forever. Look at this. Pestilence. The blue Kachina was a comet. If you look at my history, I think it was 12p when it showed that beautiful, tremendous blue color. Looked like the Holy Mother to me. Almost done, almost done. And I'm still scanning. You know what? I think I'll, okay, okay, HOPI prophecy interpretation. We need to get back to our ways. The way it was supposed to be. With humanity's corruption, life out of balance, no, Tex, I know you could read all this with perfect clarity. You know, make a 2-hour video and the way you read stuff, the way your voice. I mean, this is some heavy duty stuff, dudes. So in all history, we only had 5 comets, only 2 after the birth of Christ. No, 3. Well, yeah. So this is a rare event, and the alignment and the date and the constellation and Mars side by side. Tell me this is not a coincidence. I mean, it's not a coincidence. This is not a coincidence. Warning of imbalance. Yes, we're in imbalance right now. Everybody's hustling like what happened to me with that lawyer, man. My God, how the crimes, my God, the way they treated me like I was garbage. My God, look at this stuff. Is this guy in the Bible? Yes, right here. 2 King 17:30. And I'm just gonna go slowly downward and end this.